As the world is learning now, vampires are very real, but not in the way that you think. Well, I mean, I suppose maybe, but not the ones I want to talk about today. The ones whose names are written in certain files.
Oh, but first things first, TikTok, you know me, this is purely for entertainment purposes only. All things stated here, just speculation. I got new boots, new book, and let's go.
And the ones that, well, they exist beyond the veil. I'm a seer. I see beyond the veil. I see the truth. And I capture it so that I can share it with you. And what you're seeing right here is exactly that, a vampire beyond the veil. I captured this in my backyard over Uncle Mike.
I've explained multiple times beyond the realms, for some reason we have patches around our eyes.
Everyone and everything. As you can see with this on her profile here, she has a patch. There's her eye, her nose, her lip, her mouth, her chin.
And instead of scary fangs, they literally siphon something specific from you.
It's almost like a spiritual little straw. And whether it is a vampire from beyond the veil or one in the world in the flesh, vampires, my friends, truly do exist. And they do way more than just suck blood.
Some people will see her immediately, and others might never see it at all.
For some, will have eyes to see, spiritual eyes, while others, for some reason, will be blind.
But I turned her sideways, so it might be a little bit easier for those who are struggling with seeing her. Here's her eye, the patch, her forehead. Notice how her forehead is large. Her hair, her nose, her mouth, her chin, and her little siphoning straw.
These are the things that surround you in the spirit when you do all of the things Yeshua HaMashiach told you not. When you are in a place of anger, rage, resentment, unforgiveness, religious pride, bringing us around to the old judgment. When you are in a place of judging others, I'll guarantee you're surrounded by them. When you have hate, frustration, rage, when you're dwelling in a place of chaos emotionally, internally, physically, and spiritually, you're opening everything wide up for entities just like this. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the powers, principalities, and the dark rulers of this world. Did you know this is just one of the many lines in our Bible that has been altered? Because a line from that had been removed. Want to know what that line actually used to say? And the governors and politicians.
One more time for the people in the back. We do not wrestle with flesh and blood, but against powers, principalities,
and the dark rulers of this world. The governors and the politicians. Now, why would they take that part out? One by one, these files coming out, people are starting to see the truth. Truth that many of us who have had spiritual eyes our entire life, we've known, our entire life. Vampires are very real. I've shown you what happens beyond the veil, but I want to talk now about what happens here in the flesh. The exact same thing that the world is now being awakened to as they read the Epstein files. Evil people do evil things. I've said it a million times. The evil that you already knew would be in those files, that would be the least of the evil you'd find. Let's just say these people, these politicians, these world rulers, the names we're finding, as you're seeing, it goes far beyond what we knew they were doing. Let's just say they all have an insatiable hunger, an unquenchable thirst. And most often, these targets, if not always, will be the one thing our Father loves the most precious thing in his eyes, the littles. How else could Satan hurt our Father the most, other than to target the thing that he loves, the one thing he cherishes the most innocent of all of us here on earth? Altars have been built, fires have been stoked, gatherings had been, quite large from what we can see. Behind closed doors and in forests, beneath the green tree, sacrificing to gods other than ours, to Baal, to Moloch, to Satan himself. Sadly, it's far more common than the world knows. Vampires are very real. May I remind you of the Nephilim story, the giants, the unholy offspring between mortal woman and fallen angel. 450 feet tall, these cannibalistic giants began devouring all of man's sustainable resources until it was almost gone. And when that got boring, these cannibalistic giants turned on man. And when that even got boring, the cannibalistic giants, they turned on one another and drank the blood. There's nothing new under the sun. It's a tale as old as time. Good versus evil, dark versus light. There were giants in those days. And also, after that, there is a presence of a type of evil so unfathomable, so vile, so incomprehensible to those of us with good hearts. And this is not new, because this evil has been generational. And unfortunately, from father to son to grandson, this evil has affected, let's just say generations by generations, their own children, sons and daughters made to walk through fire. And even that would be the least of the evil they'd do. Vampires are very real. Here's a little fun fact I thought I might toss in here. The story behind the day before my home was invaded by millions of Mormon crickets, top to bottom, covering the walls. I made global news, I believe in 2023. My face and my home and my unsettling invasion of Mormon crickets made headlines across the world. And although, yes, these migrate throughout the desert in our area, an occurrence like my husband and I and our dogs and our kids endured for weeks has never happened before in the 11 years we've owned this home. And it has never happened again after.
Oh, thank God my hero is here. Oh, he looks disgusted and defeated, just like I feel. It was nowhere near this bad when he left because he's been continuously leaf blowing and pressure washing them. But he's only been gone for 20 minutes and this is how bad it has gotten. Looks like he's about to call me. You guys, it's worse than it was just a minute ago when I made my video for you.
This went on for weeks. As you saw in the video, they were dropping from our porch ceiling, and with my neck, if I slip or fall, I could become quadriplegic or instantly unalive, the way that I'm fused in my neck. And if you notice, the porch and all of the steps were covered in these. I was literally held prisoner in my own home. But what I want to talk about more with you isn't necessarily this, but what I had done just the day before, and how I knew instantly when this happened to me. None of my neighbors' houses, like I said, never before or after, never once like this in my life. It's what I did the day before. I knew that was the reason that this happened. I knew that this was a message. It was a warning, and it was a threat. It was a video I had posted the day before on TikTok that took me over a week to finally be able to video, because every single time I would make the 10-minute video, the second I wrapped it up and ready to post, every single time, every single day for a week, something would always go wrong. Whether when I'd be ready to post it, there was no audio, or when it was done, completely, poof, it would disappear. I had to reshoot this video more times than I can count. A 10-minute video with well over 40 photos. But by the time I was able to finally post it, a 3-part, 3-minute series, because there was no other way other than that, I knew every single word of my script by heart. But the second I finally figured out a way to post it, the next morning, I woke up to this. An anomaly so rare, so strange, so vile and disgusting. Auntie and Uncle Mike in our home, we made global news.
Some places in Elko are worse than others, and these insects travel. So what's bad today
That's my house.
is bad tomorrow. Right now, we're in front of one house covered with Mormon crickets.
It's bugging me. Oh, it's bugging me. But when we looked out here, the whole wall was just covered. That really freaked me out.
Colette Reynolds has been dealing with them for a few days.
It causes depression, anxiety. You feel super violated. When you're inside the house, it sounds like it's raining because they just randomly let go of whoever they're hanging onto and drop.
Colette is trying to tolerate for now, hoping they disappear quickly.
Some people say they'll move through 3 or 5 days, but for some reason they're really sticking around our house. I'm not sure why.
I knew why. I just didn't have the heart to tell Uncle Mike. It was so bad that NBC Nightly News actually flew a crew out to interview me.
So there's something really creepy happening in Nevada right now. It's a cricket invasion. Steve Patterson reports from the center of it all.
It is happening right now. A small town under invasion.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's so gross.
It is disgusting. They're literally everywhere.
Ground Zero, the once quiet home of Colette Reynolds.
It was very apocalyptic feeling. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Everything you eat looks like a Mormon cricket.
Colette says it felt like living in the Old Testament.
Oh my God.
And did it feel that way to you? Did it
A little
feel
bit.
biblical?
I prayed a lot about
Killing them only attracts more because, well, they eat their own dead. Both gross and a hazard.
You say it or I will. Yuck.
Yeah, you heard him. They called my own home Ground Zero. It was so apocalyptic feeling. It felt like a heavy blanket of evil. So what was it that I had posted the day before after trying for an entire week? What was a 3-part series of 3-minute videos? It was about exactly this. Vampires. An elite society of vampires. Powerful people, many of which are the celebrities, the stars in Hollywood, with uncanny doppelgangers, all from days gone past. The elite, the 1%, many of which look like they've had many a time, let's just say, I don't know, ruling this world. Some are so unbelievably, remarkable. They're even similar, exactly, in stature. And many are such familiar names, because those names, many of them, are on a certain list. That was a video I made after a week, an entire week of trying. And after I finally posted it, let's just say I got a message loud and clear the next day. So whether they're in the flesh or in the spirit, they all want the exact same thing. Something they have to steal because they don't have your light and energy, your inner God. There's a reason this world is built on divide. Keep you in a state where they can siphon your light. Because with divide comes hate, resentment, unforgiveness, all of the things that open the door wide open for them to siphon your light and energy. Stop reacting and engaging to this divide. The constant divide this world has devised, stop making it so easy for them to steal your light.